Hey guys, welcome back to the NBTX Living channel. My name is Chase Bradley.
I'm Veronica Bradley.
And today we're talking about reasons to stay away from Gruene, Texas. So last week we covered, just a general overview of Gruene, how great of a nice of a place it is. But today we're gonna tell you
the reasons why you don't want to go there.
But she's gonna try to debate me like I'm not always right.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Gruene, Texas is a historical district located within New Braunfels. It's known for shopping, music, and river adventures. But is it all it is really made out to be? Is Gruene a hill country treasure, or is it just a tourist trap? The first thing that, some people may not like about Gruene is everything in Gruene is a play on words. So you'll see things like Lime Green is the name of the street. Red and Green is a shopping place there. We get it, guys. It sounds like Gruene. It's just like when you have one of those friends that tells the same joke over and over and over again. You're like, it was funny the first time heard it, but then after that, you're like.
And y'all, it's literally Gruene, Texas. It's if it didn't have a word green in it, not Green, then it wouldn't be green. It's very similar to in New Braunfels when everything's Haus, Haus. So, the coffee Haus or like massage Haus or anything Haus or bacon shake Haus or anything Haus, really. So it would be so weird if you didn't have the name Gruene, the way the town is spelt, in Gruene.
So number 2, we're talking about the walking and parking situation in Gruene. So like we've talked about in the past, if you're gonna go to Gruene, you're gonna need to park and then walk everywhere. Primarily because there's a good amount of parking there. It's just there's a lot of people that go there. Parking can be hard to find during peak hours and events. And if you don't like walking, this can be very problematic. Say you were lucky enough to find parking here, and you wanted to eat at Green River Grill. But then they had an hour wait, so you had to check out, one of the antique shops, and you came over here and you heard about an awesome, cool boutique and you wanted to check that out. And then while you were over there, you got a notification that your table was ready. You've almost walked a whole mile before you really even got your trip started.
I wouldn't really say that's a bad thing. So you're getting exercise in, and honestly, just time management. So if you make a reservation, there's going to be a wait time, like no matter what. There is a wait time unless you're there very early or like when the restaurants are starting to open up. But usually when people get out of work or over the weekend, there's a wait time. So have some snacks, eat before or something, because or you're going to be hangry. And that's the way Gruene is designed. You're designed to walk around and visit all the shops and shop them. So like, obviously, if you don't like to do it, it's not for you. But again, it would be weird to like not do that. Like you have a big designated area for parking, and you have some traffic cops out there trying to control parking with their little whistles and everything. And if they're not out there, it's chaotic. Really, it's chaotic. So I feel like, okay, let's go check in to get something to eat. It's probably an hour or so, maybe hour and a half. We've had it at one time, it was 2 hours, I think. But that was at really high peak time. Okay, in the meantime, let's go to the candy shop. Let's go watch them, weld or do a blacksmith, like make an iron knife or something, or go to the boutiques, get some coffee, go to the Christmas store, go to the antique shops. I love the antique shops. You can just stay in there forever and just look at all the cool things. So like, again, if that's not your jam, obviously it's a con.
And number 3, we're talking about driving. So yeah, parking and walking, that's a problem. But even driving can be a problem there too. If it's not the pedestrians that are playing Frogger, jumping in and out of driving lanes, then it's the other drivers you have to watch out for that are out there. It's like a lawless land, guys. They're making up their own rules. They're doing whatever they want. If the traffic cop is not there to kind of like smooth things over, it gets crazy. It's like the Wild Wild West for sure.
But I have a solution for that. He drives. So, I mean, if you don't like to drive, I said don't go during peak hours, And I would say peak hours, during the summer, it's a hit or miss. On the weekends, that is peak hours. Anything after when you get out of work and whatnot, those are peak hours. So when the shops literally open on the weekday, that's the best time I like to go because I can actually drive and there's plenty of parking spaces available for me. And I go and park and I can walk around, but during peak hours, he drives.
All right, and number 4, guys, there are so many people there, especially like she was saying, during peak hours. If you don't like people, if you don't like being in crowded areas, then yeah, you really need to find a time where there's just not a lot of people there if you still want to go to Gruene, Texas. It really like hits hard when you have to wait an hour for a table even after you've done a reservation. And we've had that happen a couple of times, but it's just so packed there. But it's kind of what you'd expect out of like a very popular tourist attraction. But yeah, if you don't like a lot of people, you don't like, having to do the shuffle in and out of stores, you open up the door and you're like, oh, excuse me. As soon as you open the door, you run into somebody, or there's 15 people kind of come out and then 15 people trying to come in, then yeah, you probably need to maybe adjust your time or figure out another way to get there.
Yeah, I mean, you are right, and this is why we are making this video. It's like the reasons why you wouldn't want to go to Gruene. But again, it goes back to like why people go to Gruene. And for me, I know we're gonna wait. And like I'm always in a happy mood when we're at Gruene. Sometimes he's just like not. And I'm just like, why are you like messing up my vibe, right? Because I'm there and I listen to the bands and they have really good singers out there. And it's not just country music. Sometimes they're singing like what is that song, Zombie by the Cranberries, like just really good music. So I can just sit there and listen to them and have a drink.
All right, and I got you on this one. Number 5, this one you cannot beat it. It's everything. It's the culmination. So let's go. If you don't like live music, if you don't like being near the river, if you don't like shopping at antique or boutique stores,
there's candy stores.
There is a candy store. It's a really awesome candy store. There's also a blacksmith. Like she said before, there's a blacksmith there. But if you don't like any of those things, Gruene is not the place for you.
I don't agree. I feel like even a tourist who doesn't like those things, sometimes like, it's like a one and done. Like for us, the other weekend we went to the Poteet Strawberry Festival. The whole time we've been here, we've never been there. I went, I'd never personally do it again. But I went there, right? I feel like you should at least go to experience it to really determine if that's for you. I feel like I've gotten to know owners there. So I'm like, I'm talking to them, having a conversation, talking to their children, asking them how they're doing. So like, even if I don't want to go see a live band, I'm just there to go get some, like, I got some workout shorts yesterday. Some cute little like cheetah print workout shorts. And I was talking to the owner's daughter. And we had like a 15-20 minute conversation before I checked out, and I was like, okay, nice to see you, tell your mom I said hi. So like that's why I like going to Gruene, because it feels like it's just there's so much connection there, and it's just not like one of those, have you ever been to like Target or Walmart or whatever, some commercial type store, and they're like, how can I help you? Or if you're like looking for something, what do you need? And then they tell you it's not even there and it's like literally in their inventory, they just don't want to do their job. Yeah, I have a problem with that. So I like shopping local, I like supporting local, and I just like the friendliness of it. But again, I also recognize that we know people here in New Braunfels who do not care for Gruene. They don't go to Gruene. I still don't understand why, but to each their own.
So there it is. Do you still think that Gruene is just an awesome place? Is it a tourist oasis, or is it just an assault on the senses? Personally, we really do actually like Gruene.
I like Gruene.
She maybe likes Gruene a little bit more than I do, but we really do like Gruene. I really like being out in nature, near the river, and the food that is available there is awesome.
I love the historic feel of Gruene. I love the friendliness, the owners. I love the atmosphere. It really does put me in a calm, happy mood when I'm there.
So you really just have to know what you're getting into whenever you go to Gruene. So, being patient, having some flexible timetables, getting reservations, all those things will really help in making a great, awesome trip to Gruene, Texas.
Yeah, and as we mentioned in all of our videos before, regardless if it's San Antonio, Gruene, New Braunfels, San Marcos, planning your trip, your time, your travel, your commute is going to be your best friend.
Alright guys, so that's the end of our video. Just let us know in the comments down below if there's anything that we missed. Maybe you live here in New Braunfels and you're just like,
hey guys, y'all missed this place.
You know what? We probably did. But if you still like this area, even with all the things we just talked about.
Y'all, you need to reach out to us. Call us, text us, email us. We answer our phones all the time, except when I'm sleeping, and that's during Central Time. So leave me a message and I'll get back to you. But for the most part, we answer our phones all the time, and we want to make sure that you're going to live your best life here in Gruene, Texas, New Braunfels, San Antonio, wherever you choose to live here in Central Texas, but you have to call us.
That's right, guys. Until next time.
Bye.
Bye.